Yayo, my sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett, uncensored on the internet, with episode 172 of Splinterlands 101. Joining us once again, finest gentleman who ever lived, chairman of the DAO, Matt Clark.
Howdy, howdy.
The man behind the Pouffet Poussey, Geotrix.
Hello, hello.
Welcome, welcome. Bienvenidos. What's new?
I'll start my 17th wedding anniversary today.
Today?
So shout out to my
Congrats,
beautiful
Matt.
wife, Amanda. Yep,
Yeah.
17 years. I thought it was 16, but she did the maths properly, and at 17. So here we are.
Well, it's better that way around than the other way around, because then it seems like longer than it actually was. So you made the right mistake.
Yeah, so did she.
Gio, what's new with you?
Man, not too much. Just eating healthy at the moment, just trying to stay right, stay fit. That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Nice. So last 4 days, I've been at the Talentland Mexico Expo in Guadalajara. It's a 4-day event, and in Australia with various industries, education, computer, mobile, I've been to lots of expos, manning the stand, and it's just such a chore. It's like such a chore. But this, and how it's just packed for this period of time, and then 5 o'clock and everyone's gone, or some evening events. Here in Mexico, this event runs for 4 days, but 24 hours a day for 4 days. And it is just crazy. And, the first thing I thought of, like when I saw the first evening part, because you can there's a changeover in the evening between the day people and the night people. Like, night people are just crazy. Like, they'll run around with their shirts off, there's chains going through the crowd, there's music pumping. And in amongst all that, there's some guy with a microphone giving a presentation on a stage somewhere, or there's people at stands. But we were smart enough not to try and man our stand at night time. We put all of our time in during the day and partied at night time. But just the energy of it, like, you wouldn't get an event like that in Australia. Like, if it was 24/7, no one would be there at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. And this thing just pumps all night. It's just like a half expo, half rave, and it's just this transition period during the day. And the stands there, you got stands like Nvidia, Asus, you got robot technologies. Yeah, it's a technological expo. These big companies are showing their latest wares, and there's robots going around everywhere. From time to time, and some little creepers as well. You got to watch where you walk. There's robots crawling around. But yeah, an amazing event. But I learned so much about Hive. I've here since 2017. I've done blogging. Got into the video, got into Splinterlands, and through Splinterlands, I've probably learned a little bit more about the blockchain than I have just when I was blogging and vlogging. But the people that I was working with and on the Hive stand, these wizards, everything I know about Hive after 7 years is less than 1% of what you can do on Hive. And some of the projects they were talking about were just constantly blowing my mind. And the stand was always busy. Like I said, back in Australia where I've worked, you just stand around bored out of your brain, waiting for someone to hopefully come. It was just constantly busy. People were asking. We were onboarding and onboarding. I think there's an interview. I've only put it out a couple of hours ago. The wrap-up video where I talked with Starkers for about 15 minutes, and he pulled the number. He says we onboarded about 500 plus new accounts using the HBD debit system. And what we're doing, rather than just giving someone this novelty card that they're going to take home, put in the sock drawer and never see again, we wanted to teach them how to use it. So we had a bunch of merch, and what we would do, we would charge their card with some HBD and say, okay, we'll sell you this T-shirt for, say, 5 HBD or whatever we put on the card. So they actually get to use the keychain application. You get to use their card. So we've given them 5 HBD. They tap, they pay for it with the HBD. They see the transaction going through. They see it all. And then we teach them how to do the referral system. Like, not referral, what's the word? Review, how to do a review. So, and this is any venue that accepts HBD, whether it's a bar, restaurant, a shop, whatever it is. Just take a photo of your purchase. The app itself will generate the title and all the rest of it, and you just put in your review. Great coffee, enjoyed it, blah, blah, blah. And then that, when you put that in, you get your 20% immediate 20% discount off whatever it was you just bought, and people start upvoting your review as well, so you get an additional income from that. And people are watching this happening in real time. You know? And like Eddie Espino, like he's doing like 3, but by the end of the period, he's doing 3-4 people at the same time. He's no longer just doing people one-on-one. He's got 3 of them all, and he's like, it was crazy, but just such an incredible bunch of people. Like, it's good when it's been a while, when you've just been constantly surrounded by just people who are smarter than you. I mean, sometimes it's the other way around. It's just get a bit boring, but just it was just an amazing 4 days. I've still got some video I haven't released yet that I still need to do some work on to be released. But yeah, if you look at my wall, you see I've been pumping out some content the last few days. Yeah,
I noticed that. It's funny with the events like that where you're interacting with people that are genuinely engaged and really get it and know a lot more than you do. I tend to find I'm physically exhausted but mentally alive after events like that. So that's brilliant, Bob. That's really, really good. So
and the anarchy of the whole thing as well. I mean, like there was no one was there in charge. There was no boss. There was no manager. There was no hierarchy or anything. Everyone's autonomously there doing their own thing. Yes, we're listening to Starkers, but like, why wouldn't you listen to Starkers for direction and what you're doing? But no one's being told what to do, where to be, when to be. It's just everyone just wanting to do it. And it was pure anarchy at work, and it worked perfectly. We just needed
put that on Spotify. That's music to my ears.
We just needed some rubbish bins to kick over, some letterboxes to set on fire. It would have been total anarchy, but we had close to anarchy. We just didn't have the rubbish bins or the letterboxes. Yeah, it was brilliant to watch. It was incredible. Yeah.
Sounds a lot better than too many chefs in the kitchen, that's for sure, huh?
Absolutely. The synergy.
Like what we have here.
Yeah.
Like, we have a boss of this boss, and this boss has a boss, and you got to go to this person to tell him what to do.
If you want to do something different with a different person, you got to go and see.
Yeah. All these channels and.
But that without any of that hierarchy, the synergy was just incredible. It was just amazing to watch. And if you want to see some of that, I did some video coverage of the event through the days. Check it out on my wall if you're interested in checking out what an amazing event it was. And Starkers, when he spoke on the main stage at the event, because there's like 6 or 7, little stage. Like if you go to a rock concert, big day out, you got the main stage and then you got lesser stages. He spoke on the main stage. There was a lot of interest in what he said because we all went straight to the stand. People who were roving around, walking and whatever. There was a lot of interest from his talk. People coming to our stand and wanting to know more. And I recorded his whole talk, and considering where he was, but the quality is actually quite good. So his whole talk is also available on my wall. Do check that out as well.
Nice. So is Talentland, is that a regular thing in Guadalajara, or does it move around?
Good question.
Because it sounds like, lock me in for next year. Like, let's do this thing,
Well, we'll have a look. I've got the links and stuff, and I'll ask around. But I'll check that out. It's a good question. But yeah, incredible event. incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're saying you reckon 500 people roughly on board?
Yeah, exactly. And I took the Hive crew to Kurt's bar, so they all met Kurt. And Kurt's actually started posting again since we were all there. And he had a couple of people there, and we brought a couple of people. So he did some transactions where everyone paid with HBD. And I've recorded like him actually doing it, and the tick green box coming up, transaction on exit store. Got a lot of that. That's also out as well. It's called HBD Onboarding Workshop. But that was at Kurt's bar that we did that one. And I just tacked onto the end of that video about 5 minutes of the guy downstairs on the corner every night. He makes the churros, like Mexican style. Yeah. So it comes. The video finishes. You get the Boba Fett outro, but then straight away is this guy doing the churros Mexican style. Check it out. Yeah.
Nice.
I want churros.
Well,
and
so
I want churros.
my life sounds pretty.
So I got two
ordinary,
t-shirts,
ordinary,
and the hoodie.
Yeah.
Nice.
So Hive hoodie. Can see that.
What's pretty cool is, man, like you've moved to this place where there's actually like a Hive community, like people who were or who are nearby, close by, willing to travel as well. Like that is quite impressive. Try find that. I mean, other than like what you said, Matt, you got little, there's little meetups and all that, but on scale as like a tech expo, like I think that's a few leagues above.
Well, Australia is very, very isolated when you think about it in geographical terms. It's so far from everything, but also consistent government vandalism of any sort of, particularly crypto, but a lot of tech stuff. It's like, how can we put backdoors in everything? How can we force privacy issues? How can we control everything? Australia is not a good place to build any kind of tech anything. We're just mines and farms now, and that's just going to continue. Yes. So when you're like, oh, that must be incredible. It is incredible in a lot of other different places, just not here so much.
Good point.
Yeah.
It's like we're not needing of the new tech because, well, the old stuff is what's already there, right? It's in place. It has its grips. I think we spoke about this last time. Has its claws in. Like, there's no innovation needed.
Yeah. No, we're like the samurai. No, we don't need guns. We've got our swords.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. That'll work out great in the long term. Sure.
Exactly. That's the road we're on, where everyone's just going to surpass us, and I can't wait to see that. Yeah. I can't wait till we're left behind. Actually, I'll let the dollar devalue. I don't give a shit anymore. Yeah. Just let it.
We absolutely deserve that.
Yeah. Yep. And because Australia is like an island, when the next pandemic comes along, if you want to scare the shit out of the rest of the world, you say it's so deadly that it killed everyone in Australia in 24 hours. But luckily, it's contained at the borders, but we need very, very strict lockdowns. So luckily, we only lost 26 million Australians. But as long as the rest of the world do what we say, you'll be safe. And all they have to do to accomplish that is just kill 26 million Australians. There's nothing to them.
Or just kill the internet. And no one would know anyway.
That would be my preference, yeah. Of the two options.
Or they officially come out and admit, yes, the conspiracy theorist was right. There is no Australia.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
It really sounds like the beginnings of an apocalyptic, like, zombie movie, Like, Australia is perfect for that. It's like you can't really go anywhere, but there's enough land for you to travel. It's just, that'd be hectic.
Not a zombie movie, but good sort of that level of violence type thing.
Yeah.
I watched a Japanese show recently that's apparently based originally off of some manga. It's called Alice in Borderland. Check that out. It's excellent.
All right.
I really enjoyed it.
Type it in.
Actually, Amanda saw that and said it was really good.
Yeah.
Recommended it. So it's on my list. I'm going through. I'm working my way through Brooklyn Nine-Nine again.
Okay.
It's been a few years, so that's a good funny show.
I'm
but,
just so over
okay.
the crap that's coming out of the US lately. I've been watching
Yeah.
Korean movies, Turkish movies, Japanese movies. Sure, you got to read the subtitles, but at least it's entertaining. Like the stuff, the revamps of revamps of revamps, and I mean, really, what was the last decent thing that came out from Hollywood after The Matrix?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
So,
All I know is they're turning Snow White black and they're doing all this race switching and all of this. Like, create your own IP, Hollywood. Huh? How about like stop butchering the originals and create something new for everyone to enjoy instead of that's why people I think are done with like a lot of that as well, which is great. Keep doing what you're doing because it's going to shit.
Especially your movie is not going to appeal to the nostalgia of the generation that saw it the first time around if it's really different. It's just no one's going to be interested.
Yeah, no one cares. Yeah, no one cares for it.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the latest furore, Bob?
Well,
you'd be across at Geo.
Huh?
The latest Australian storm in a teacup. So there was some politician got up at the Anzac Day dawn service and said the welcome to country, and got booed.
Good.
And it's this whole clash of religions. There's the Anzac Day conservative patriot, you're right, and then there's the woke left, and it's just like this, like it's blown right up over the last couple of days because it's everything's sacred for everybody, and it's so funny to watch the politicians saying, well, you shouldn't boo, that's not appropriate, and there were Nazis in the crowd who were also booing, and then it's all of this. Well, what can we do but boo, right? We've sat through this crap for years. We've never been given any other alternative way of expressing displeasure.
Yeah.
Then you finally bring it to Anzac Day. That's where you're going to get booed. So, and apparently there's lots of people booing, and I don't know, wasn't there?
All right. So the main question here then is what's going on in Parliament right now while everyone's being distracted by
trying
that.
to distract.
Yeah.
Yep. And here, it's not your country, so you just bow down and take whatever comes your way. So there's nothing to fight for anyway. It's not yours. Even though Whitey's built it, but it's all good. It's all good. It's not yours. Don't fight for shit. Don't fight for anything. Exactly. That's what it's all about too. You just bend over and they just...
Australia's probably the most fluoridated nation on earth, I reckon. After 100%. Witnessing what happened during the pandemic, the only thing I can think of is too much fluoride in the water. It's the only thing I could think of. Yeah. But anyway, Splinterlands.
We've been a bit heavy this episode. Hey, I got your red balls in my hand, Bob.
Nice.
They're actually really nice. Really.
They are. They're really good.
Good for the palm.
They're just the right pressure.
Yeah.
Those trigger ones you pull together, you can only do, and then they hurt. But the balls are great. You just put whatever pressure. Yeah, very relaxing.
That's a good way to break it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Splinterlands. It's a countdown to CA, California PAX as they're calling them, Conclave Arcana. Getting interesting, getting fun. There was a bit of a dip in the SPS price. It sort of almost made it to 1.5 cents, and now it's back down to about 1 cent. But it's holding there reasonably well. The important thing is DEC is roughly holding peg. It's consistently at that, 9.8, 9.87, 9.89, that sort of area. Which is really good because that's the area where you may as well just burn it, right? So at the moment, we've got a proposal that just passed flying colours to reduce the fee for burning SPS and turning it into DEC. So originally, Yabba's original flywheel vision had some concerns around exploits, where people could artificially push up the price of SPS so they could then burn it for more DEC and the like. So he originally said 975 DEC per $1 of SPS burnt was the original vision for the flywheel. This proposal pushes that up to 995. So there's only a 5% fee or a 0.5% fee. So it's a substantially reduced fee that you get more DEC, much closer to that peg that we're after, that 1 in 1,000. So it'd be 995 DEC that you get for burning $1 worth of SPS. But while that's been going on, that proposal's been pushed, and then it's come through, and now it's been accepted, and we're still waiting for that to flow through in the code. I'm assuming on next Tuesday's maintenance window that'll be adjusted, because as far as I'm aware, it's just about changing a decimal, changing a few characters. It's not new code work. So when that goes through, I think there's a lot of people hanging onto their SPS and not wanting to burn it until it's worth that extra. Yeah, why not just wait? The pre-sale will still be on. There's still got like 17 days to go. So there's zero urgency from anybody at the moment. So it kind of means that those who are like, oh, SPS is going to shoot up, they're kind of having to sit there and wait and think, because yes, we are a community that's excited about a new edition, right? There's a new pack set. But we're also willing to sit there and wait and see what other people do and wait for the best rate of return for burning the SPS. So long term, this is good. But in the short term, while this proposal's up and until it gets enacted, nobody wants to burn SPS for less DEC than what they're going to get a week from now. So it's sort of let a few people say, oh, we thought this was, even Conclave Arcana couldn't save the game and it's all terrible and it's all crashing and burning. It's like, no. Think about the individual incentive structures going on here. So lots to like. DEC holding peg or very, very close to peg consistently. You notice on the coin market cap, actually I might just share screen. If you could, thanks, mate. Look at us, we're old hands at this now. So there's the DEC chart, 9774. But if you zoom in, that's the 3 month. If we just do the last 24 hours, we can see what happens here is anytime there's a dumpening, somebody brings it right back up again, right? So there are people looking for those discounts. There's people looking for I want to time it just right. As soon as DEC drops, bam, there's that constant support there, bringing that right back up again.
Yeah, it doesn't stay down for long.
No, it really doesn't. And these would be somebody moving, fairly substantial amounts of, DEC selling, but then bam, straight back up again, gets picked up again. So that's really reassuring to see. And like I say, the Splinter Shards price, the SPS price, is recovering back from that sort of drop down to 1 cent. So that's looking reasonably healthy too, just over the last day or so. I really feel like when this change comes through, that's going to be the important one, because there's going to be a lot of people saying, "Hey, look, it's a no-brainer. Why not take the extra DEC? Why get 975 when you can get 995?" So, yeah, but otherwise things seem to be going well.
Significant sum that you're going to be. If you're going to be affecting the market with your transaction, then you want to make sure you're getting the best value for it.
Of course. Yeah. Of course. So I think there's a lot of liquid SPS on the sidelines just waiting for the right moment to pull the trigger. And as that price climbs, more and more people will hit their target, and that will be when they pull the trigger. And of course, that SPS is gone forever. It doesn't push up the price, right? It doesn't. Burning SPS doesn't push up the price, but it increases the scarcity. So zoom out, that will increase the price, but that's a factor that will generally increase prices is reduced supply. So I can see it being game theory as we get closer to the end of this pre-sale period. And look, there's a lot of excitement too. There's some really cool cards being released, some great art. Different content creators, streamers, and the like are showing their are dropping their here's the new card. So it's been really fun time, especially on Twitter. There's a real nice atmosphere of like, let's do this thing, let's get it started. A lot of excitement around the black foils. For me, I've been thinking a lot about Nightmare Potions and how to get all that how to get all that up and running and get production on that going nice and quick. So Aura is going to be a big one. That'll be a big focus for me. Aura won't be something that you can buy and sell, but it's the resource that you generate on Aura Lab plots using the other resources, and then once you have it, then you just turn that into Midnight Potions on the right screen, and the Midnight Potions can be used yourself or sold or whatever. So I don't plan to move heavily on Conclave Arcana. A lot of the guys who have a lot of land also want to move heavily on Conclave Arcana and will be using their own Midnight Potions rather than selling them. So fingers crossed the price stays fairly high, and I can sell into some of that demand maybe pick up some of these cheap CL packs, because Chaos Legion is still dirt cheap, still sort of under 50 cents. So
under 50
yeah,
cents.
under 50 cents for Chaos Legion. And I'm looking at it just thinking, that's still 5
Wild.
cards with decent PP, you know.
And I was
I
buying
need
them
those
at
for my land
$5.
plots. Yeah. Yeah, so was I. I had a
Yeah.
big stack. So
Yeah.
you could call this dollar cost averaging, just to bring just to DCA the average price down for myself. But I want the packs, right? That's the smart move right now for someone who has a lot of land and keeps promising himself that he's going to retire from battling.
Yeah. Speaking of packs, I'm back up to about 90 for the Gladius. How are you doing, Gio? That's both accounts. That's Boba Fett and Tartaria.
I haven't bought any as of yet.
Okay, you
So
must
I
have
don't know.
uploaded merits then.
Yeah, I don't know how many I've got.
All right,
Oh no,
worries.
sorry. I've got 63 here at the moment.
Yeah, that's what I've got about 60 something on Boba Fett and 30 something on Tartaria.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just building them up.
Mm-hmm.
They build up very quickly now.
The second 200 it just seems to be happening so much faster than the first.
Yeah, the first
200.
one was, I don't get it.
Yeah. Let's have a look at, what was I going to look, something on Splinterlands, items. Market. Can't remember what I was going to. I was going to go and have a look at something, but
Gladius packs? Or?
no, that's okay. So any purchases? Anyone done anything new?
No.
No, nothing for me. I did buy that flesh column about a week ago, but I think that was just before our last spoke.
You did mention it, yeah.
No, so I just like I say, I've been looking at the options. I'm just going to share screen here. This is going to be my Aura Lab here. It was a research hut.
Yeah.
But I've pulled everyone off there because I've got 2.5 million research, so I'm sitting pretty on that. Just sort of stack that while it was readily available. It's a lot harder to get research now because you need all the resources, not just grain.
Yeah.
So, like that's the resounding lesson in this game, right? Get them while they're easy. It was for a while there. It was really, really easy to get enchanted defenders, vampires, Queen Bee, Nectar Queen, whatever her name is. Like all of those were just reward cards that were just lying on the ground. People were selling them for, a cent each, or you just get them and you'd get them in your rewards. There's just another one thrown in the pile. Fast forward a few years, and now these are very, very valuable assets in the game. So it's kind of the same with research. It's about getting in early, seeing what's going to have some future, and then hanging on to it until it does. So that's what I did with research. I'm really glad that I did, that I prioritized that rather than trying to extract, right? I could have been looking at entirely SPS and been building my SPS stack, and maybe I want to move money out of the game. But instead I said, no, I'm going to trust the game that research is going to be worthwhile. And now I'm really glad that I stacked it before the door closed on that. And it's not closed, it's just narrower. This will be my magical legendary plot that's going to have an Aura Lab on it very, very soon. As soon as that update drops.
Yeah, that's why I kept my research because the SPS, we looked at the math and clearly it's not worth. So I converted that. So everything's doing the natural resources. So I don't need it except research, because we can look at SPS and go, no, it's not worth it. But how do we do that? We don't know the value of research. So exactly. I don't want to miss it. So that's why I'm buying wood, iron, and stone every week to keep harvesting
the research.
I'm making my own grain. Oh, actually, I should check my stone or whatever it is. Because I'm still buying it. I've probably got a stockpile of that by now. But yeah, that's something to look at as well.
How much research do you have?
Okay, what's the easiest way to find out?
Because the Aura Labs, if you go to production,
Production, okay.
It's actually, right at the top, there's some narrow little windows. One shows you how much stake DEC you have on that region. It will actually show you what your research total is. It's only broken down by region though. So if you have plots in multiple regions, you're going to be So go production.
Yeah.
Yep, and click on your region where you're doing stuff.
The research.
102. Oh no, sorry, Lumberg.
Clifton
Wherever your research is.
Yeah, Clifton is my research.
Yep. So just click on that. Now you can see your research up there in the top right. So you have 34,000 research. So you could buy permits for 3 Aura labs, and make midnight potions with those, right?
Right.
But it means that you're there, to actually harvest that aura, you're going to need the other resources. But yeah, I mean, I'm not suggesting make 3 research, because the 10,000 research per permit. But you have enough there to buy those. But then, of course, if something else comes along that needs research, you will have spent it all on buying 3 permits, right?
Yeah.
Which, as far as I'm aware, are non-transferable. So far, originally they were going to be burnt when you build the lab. Then the permit was going to be burnt, but they've revised that and said no, it'll be like power cores, where if you repurpose that plot or do something else and stop production, the permit will come back to you. You'll be able to spend it on a different plot, but you can't refund it and you can't sell it to somebody else, at least as things stand.
So what are the benefits of these auras? They give you more research, or
so the aura just lets you make midnight potions, at least so far. There's been talk of, people have been speculating and the like that maybe the end cooldown for survival mode. When you got a card at survival mode and he's knocked out for 3 days. Yeah. There's the idea originally that Yabba suggested with survival, and I think he wants to go ahead with that. There will be Phoenix potion. So there's a good chance that there'll be a different, depending on how all this goes with the midnight potions. There's a good chance there'll be a different one where the land producers can also choose to produce Phoenix potions, and it might be another 10,000 for a permit to build a Phoenix potion lab and some other entity instead of aura that you can then use, or it might just be that auras can also be used to make Phoenix potions, right? And you then weigh up what's best. Yeah. So it's something where you kind of want to spend a bit of research if you want to make these midnight. But I think they're going to be very popular. I really do, because. So the black foil cards will drop at max level, which is huge when you're opening packs, particularly right at the start when you're opening packs and you have none of that card, no BCX, and you're staring down the barrel of trying to pull together hundreds of them to combine together to make one max copy, and then you get a black foil. It's a collector's edition. Every man and his dog wants it, and it's already max. So that is really appealing. And I can see the midnight potions going for quite a lot, because that's definitely something people are going to want to have, particularly if they're buying those top end packs. So yeah, lots to think about and look forward to. I'm very enthused. I don't know if you guys have got any thoughts leading up to the big big rollout. So the pre-sales started. Tech update is on Tuesday, and then. Where they'll be playable in, I think, 16 days. I think it's 16 days till CA is playable, and then CL drops out of modern and is only useful in wild and survival.
Yeah. Has Chaos Legion? It's still in modern, yeah. So it hasn't dropped out yet. That's interesting.
Not yet.
I wonder how that's going to shift stuff. when that happens.
Well, a lot of people are anticipating. I think that might be why the Chaos Legion packs are down to sort of 44 cents, something like that. So I really anticipated that they would turn around because landholders were buying, but I kind of feel like that's more of a long-term play. And I think a lot of landholders also want to continue to play, so they want to buy the new shiny thing and just put their, as each edition rolls out, they're planning to put those cards on land, have a mixture of cards on land. Whereas to my mind, I think if I'm just focusing entirely on maximizing my land, I kind of want to get the Chaos Legion, as many of those as I can, particularly while they're so ridiculously dirt cheap. Holazor came to the Hive meetup. He sends his regards to everybody, so it was great to see him on Thursday. He's going well. Life's going well for him, so he's thinking of us all fondly. Mostly in BTC now, he said. So, but maybe we can lure him back at some point.
which hit 95 again today.
Tidy.
Yeah. So
lots to like there. Well, is there anything else before we battle, Geo?
Yeah, it's just exciting where things are headed. I'm in no position right now to make any moves, so I'm just watching on the sideline. You know, it's been cool. It's been cool to see.
Yep.
I'm a filthy casual at the moment though, man. I haven't been involved with anything. No LAN, no Arcana. I'm still like back at CL, you know? That's where I'm at. See, still Chaos Legion era.
yeah, that's one thing I'm like still working on too, because with my half-assed efforts with alpha and beta and the dice and everything, I decided that no, the Chaos Legion I want to max. I want to have a max deck of something, and I've still got a couple of epics to go and a couple of legendaries to go, but my Chaos Legion core is almost maxed, and doing that, at least that's done right on it, and then I go in and I make another half-assed attempt at the new deck. It's like, I don't know. So right now, yeah, my focus is still on Chaos Legion until that's done, and then I'll look at where I'm at. By that point, we'll know what metas are working, what cards are popular, and if it's something I really want, I guess I'll just buy it.
That's how I feel too. Like just single cards.
Yeah. Secondhand market's definitely a big part of the game, because I look at my style, my play style, and there will be cards in Conclave Arcana that I'm just like, this just fills this gap for me. That's what I'll move on, and I'll grab just that card rather than the scatter shot of just getting trying to max out an entire set, because then you're ending up with hundreds of cards that you're half completed and the like. So that's probably the way I'll go, and that's what I did with Rebellion too. So
yeah. But yeah, I
So
wonder when all the cards actually come online, like for Wild, is it going to be easier or harder? When if people aren't playing in Modern, they're like, nah, this is where I draw the line. Yeah, I wonder how that's going to go.
it is pretty funny, especially playing the really old cards at the moment, because I was in Wild only about an hour ago, and close range and knockout with a rule set. So I played a Cyclops up the front. I think it was no magic as well. So he's obviously with shield. He's gonna take a lot of damage, and he's hitting from there, and he does stun. Quite slow. It would have been good in reverse speed, but quite slow. But I managed to win. But I thought some noob who just arrived a week ago is possibly seeing Cyclops for the first time, had no idea that this beta card existed when they're one of the very first neutrals. So I think in Wild it is just so like you've got no idea what you're coming up against, and I get the opposite, where it's some Rift Watchers thing that I've only seen once, and then whoa, what's this thing? How scared should I be when I see the teams roll out? So I like it, Wild West.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Because you actually watch all your battles as well. So yeah. You'd come into him. Like when yeah. Oh yeah, I don't really know. I have to look into it. I'd like to see like a few battles of Arcana when that comes out as well, just to see like what the top guys, like how they're playing it, and yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think too the commentary, kind of like what we're doing with the breakdown of what do we think is going to happen here, what abilities are we taking into account, and what are the ones that we think we're taking into account, but we had no idea what impact it's really going to have on the outcome of the game. So I've been getting wrecked a bit by cursed healing, corrupted healing, where I think there's only the one card at the moment that does it, the death card, but everybody gets healed, but at the cost of one max health. So the whole team sort of, and I had a lot of fun with that in survival, because it means that if you're far more likely to win and carry the full team in without losing anybody, because you're kind of all winning or losing together. So, but I've been getting wrecked by that in Wild, in Diamond 1, I think at the moment, Diamond 2. Yeah, guys are just, for some reason, I'm just really vulnerable to that. I'll look at the lineup and go, I'm going to take him out here, and then I'm going to do, and then all of my plan just goes. And I think it's often with Ulfgar, right? So Ulfgar, because I'm obsessed with Ulfgar, I play it way too much, and I'll poison the whole back row. But with corrupted healing, they don't actually die from that. The healing keeps bringing them back again. All of them, that one card heals them all up. Now their max health is getting lower, right, which is great, fantastic. But you throw a few resurrects in there or something like that, they're still all there, still all functional for a long time, and they end up taking out, rolling over the top of me with the damage they're doing.
So any questions on broken arrows?
I've sent you a challenge, Bob.
Oh, okay.
I like broken arrows. It just limits the potential damage incoming down to, if you got thorns and magic reflects, then you're probably going to be pretty safe from, you're going to make sure you send everything back. And the fewer attack types you're facing, the more you can guess, which of those it's going to be, and the more it's worth playing like Amplify to send that back, right? So I would be thinking something like Lobstradamus, who does magic reflect and has thorns, in a broken arrows rule set, and throw a bit of Amplify behind him. Then no matter what they hit him with, whether it's melee, he's dealing thorns damage and has shield, so he's going to get it, or the magic, in which case he's going to reflect that magic back again. Either way, I want to amplify that, and sometimes amplify is a waste if you pick reflect the wrong type of damage type. But when it's reduced down like this from 3 to 2, or from 2 right down to 1, if it's melee only, for example, then you're like, well, hey, let's just get thorns and amplify. So I tend to, in this rule set, I like to focus on amplify and cards that reflect. So we've got 27 mana. Here's me chatting away, and I'm missing my opportunity.
You explained it well.
There's so many different strategies and workarounds for all of the different rule sets, though. It really is fun.
Gonna have to pull that elevator music sound clip out again, I think. Or the crickets. What do you want? Do you want the elevator music, or do you want crickets?
I've submitted, mate. I'm all good. We still have a minute left on the clock.
All right.
Normally I'm the one rushing you.
Ofka, okay.
Yeah, I told you I'm obsessed with Ofka. There was a hint there. There was a clue as to what I was going to do.
And you didn't go any silence or any anti-magic cards at all?
No, because that can backfire. I want Ulfka to die. So I want Ulfka to die, and then I want to get that 1 mana snakehead fella shaman thing. I want him to as the other stuff dies, his scavenge builds up and up and up, and then eventually by the time you get through him, then I've got a toughened by the mana warden Krallis there to self-heal and hopefully watch your team all die from the poison damage that you've all been got from Ulfka.
All right.
That's my plan anyway. And I think it'll work.
Let's see. Yes. Yes. Yes.
There it is, and the trample. Now, do I get the splash? Yes, all
2.
three.
It's just 2, I think.
All 3 poison die.
Yeah. Okay.
So the second kill doesn't matter too much, but it's all good for the scavenge.
Right, your scavenger's dead.
Yeah, that's all right.
Ooh, mist doesn't help. Damn. All over, Red Rover.
So Mana Warden giving shield to Krallis makes it really, really tough because it's so difficult to punch through. So difficult to punch through at the best of times, but having Mana Warden behind it to make it extra tough is just lovely.
Yeah. All right, Gio,
I'll send you, mate. Buffet. Gladiator. Broken Arrows. You got anything that you focus on, Gio, in Broken Arrows? Anything that pops to mind when you see that rule set?
You're muted.
Not really. It's just that the lack of arrows makes it easier to anticipate, right? It's only going to be magic and melee, so.
And you want to share your screen while you're picking? And how many screen options do you have available to you on this episode, Gio? Are you still with us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you with us? You're the one who roboted. Was it me who roboted out or you? Was it me?
I don't know. Let's just assume it was me.
Okay.
But yeah, are you going to share your screen while you're picking? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but I'm not picking. That's my point. I'm not picking. Have I accepted? I'm pretty sure I
I
did.
think
Or
so.
did I?
I'm picking a team for
Refresh.
our battle, so I'm hoping you.
Refresh, Gio.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Ah,
See, that happens to me too. Yeah.
okay. Okay. Well, that's less time that I got. Lovely.
I'm all
But
submitted. I'm ready to rock and roll.
yeah. Hmm. 26. Okay, what do we have here? Okay. What do we think? What are we thinking?
I'm going to struggle to hit you.
Maybe you have slowed me down by
Yeah,
one. Oh, no, you sped up by one.
I've sped myself up with the swiftness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really reliant on that reflected damage,
Ah,
though. The reflected magic damage. Um,
yeah.
your melees aren't going towards my thorny boy at the front there. I think you might have
No.
me, Geo. I don't think I'm fast enough, man.
All right.
I think you've got this.
Let's.
The
Yeah,
speed,
we'll
the
see. Bob,
opportunists.
sorry. Mm.
Yeah, I definitely think speed is going to be a huge play in this. Yeah.
I'm too squishy up the back, and yeah, your Deplunker there is going to wreck me, I reckon.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is those ones if you get through me, through.
But I killed Vraz with my gladiator there. That might have been an opportunity, but
But you also
Yeah.
handed out some Marto with it.
Oh, you did.
there we go. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
handing out some Marta. But if I can build on some of that momentum, and Vraz came back with 1 health, so that's the miss. Yeah, see, yeah, that Void Dragon's just too quick.
Yeah.
Um,
Getting beefed up again.
yeah, I think it's over though.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have the survivability to,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done, Gio. Good work, man.
Thank you. I'll send to Bob, I guess.
All right.
That's what we will do. So Bob, gladiators, broken arrow as well. That far down, huh?
Yeah, this is the last of the bees.
Yeah. Okay, why is it glitching like that? I just want to. Whatever. Okay. Yeah. Fire. Wait. Fire. Not fire. Arrows. Yeah. Expert. That's that.
Okay, got it. Was that you?
Me?
Or was that, oh, did anyone else hear I would like a Windows bang sort of thing?
No, I just went sheesh.
Right. You know,
All I said.
the Brave pop-up
Uh-huh.
ads, bang, it was like really, really loud. It was like, oh,
Ah, okay. No,
Uh, that was just at your end, I think, Bob.
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that ain't me. That ain't me, homie. That ain't me.
Uh,
Oh shit. Yes, yes. Too interesting. Interesting. Shit, actually, this would be good. I don't know anymore. Wait, no, that can't be it. I can't use him.
all right.
Yeah, yeah. Oh damn, he's going with the Sibilis again.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
It is such a strong contender, though.
And I
Yeah, I
just,
know, right?
I always like my new toys, and I play them until I get sick of them.
You're right. How can you like not use it? It's crazy. So good.
I think you might be in trouble, though, Bob. I can see that
Too
retaliate
much.
from his dry bone barbarian, I think, retaliating there. And there's
If I
too
can
much
do
magic
it.
damage coming in.
But
Yeah.
that's the But also I've anticipated he would have more magic and he doesn't. So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Your
I do
Slade's not going
hear,
to. Slade won't stand up to that kind of magic damage.
Um, anyway, should we just rip the band-aid off?
yes, do it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh,
No,
nice. Yeah.
no
Sweet.
retaliate.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, that's what I like. Yeah. That's what I want to see. Oh,
Trample.
Miss.
wow. Okay. Okay.
That's nuts.
Bullshit. That's
There
bullshit.
goes Izzy R.
We all know it. That's a load of shit. That's a load.
There goes my triage, though. So now it's like, oh,
Yeah, Olivia's starting to really power up and
yeah.
become a feature. You're going to
The
Okay.
struggle to push
bloodlust is
No,
through
no, you're
nice.
doing pretty good.
Evelyn.
Yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Okay, no more healing.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes my Kulu. No, it's all over. Yeah,
Oh,
it was close. But
Oh
yeah.
man.
I,
Fellas,
I was just trying to click the close battle button with my mouse.
the RNG got you. RNG really wrecked you at the start there, Gio, but you managed to snatch
oh
it back.
yeah.
I've sent one to Bob.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
You want to stop sharing then, Gio?
Aye, aye.
All right, let's do it.
an interesting team.
All right, I'm in. Hacker talk. I'm in.
Death is a little bit can be a bit difficult to
Hit
choose
and miss.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is either going to be terribly, terribly bad for me, or yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
This is
Bob.
highly experimental.
Oh, Bob. Ah, man. Oh,
It's gone. Those again. He took the chance with the magic, and plus now with the weapons train, it's three of them hitting me with magic, so I'm going to get wrecked.
You
I
do have
wasn't.
void, at the front there, but yeah, I think you're gonna.
I was not
Yeah,
anticipating magic, so I'm going to get absolutely wrecked here. So let's just
yeah.
rip
I
the
got
band-aid
amplify
off,
from
as
my
Geo
summon.
says.
Got amplify from my summoner too, so magic reflect on Elmo Cambio is gonna hurt you.
yeah. I think
Yeah,
Matt's going to be a difficult customer
yeah.
for you.
I just anticipated a lot of like melee sneak and
I
some
know.
hard hitting. I've got cards there that aren't attacking, but if he keeps hitting them with opportunity and sneak, he's killing himself, But
Yeah.
there's a lot of magic there.
And
I
Almo
just
as well, man. What a retarded cards. Excuse my French.
It really is redonk.
It is stupid.
see
It's
all your
like,
melee have gone. It worked. My strategy worked, but he just didn't have a lot of melee cards.
mm.
So yeah, damn.
Lovely. So who's fighting who next?
It would be you fighting me.
All right, I'll
That's
send you a challenge.
as
Let's
far
do
as the
it.
leaderboards would have it. That's the next best
Let's do
matchmaking to make.
Gladiator cards, broken arrows, and let's go.
Yes,
Let's do
sir.
it. You can do
All
it.
right. Match found. Okay. Oh yeah, I should share, shouldn't I? Yeah! That was my war cry. Yes, broken arrow. And fire, basically, just fire. Wow.
Yeah, really.
Right. Hmm. Shit. I don't. All right. Yeah. Yeah, buddy.
Fire is the one suit that always stumps me when it's the only one to because I mean I've got some good fire cards, but
Sure.
it's just not a go-to. Fire just isn't a go-to for me.
It's a little difficult to navigate sometimes, I find. Yeah. I think like Earth, Life, and what's the other one? Water are probably the easiest to navigate to build a team around.
Yeah,
In my opinion, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't. I just find it easier.
I always think of speed when it comes to fire, like low armor, low health, but heaps of
Yeah,
speed and
yeah,
devastating damage. Like
yeah,
you've got to break their back entirely in the first round, or
yeah.
you're just not going to go so well.
Good point.
The exploding dwarf to me absolutely exemplifies the fire team.
Yes. Yes.
was that the first redemption card?
Exploding dwarf, no, he doesn't have redemption.
He doesn't. So when
No.
what does he? He just takes out.
He just does blast and trample and retaliate.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes. Yes, he does.
But he's very fast, great in equalizer. When equalizer was announced, I stocked up on a heap of them.
Ah, shit. What am I gonna choose?
No pressure, Gio. Only 33 seconds.
Yeah. 6. All right. This is it.
There's a
This
lot
is
of crossover
it.
here, Gio. Your team and my team, there is a lot of. We've had the exact same idea. Well,
Oh.
similar.
Oh, yeah, very.
Oh. Okay.
Nice with the phase, though. Good choice of summoner, Geo.
Agreed.
Yeah, but I should have went more speedy. I forgot about my summoner. I forgot about my summoner. Oh shit.
Yeah, I can dodge magic damage as fast as I dodge ranged. And
Yeah,
melee,
yeah.
which
Like, what's the
is not at
point?
all. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's funny. That is funny.
Ah,
I think I got
man.
this one.
No, I think you got this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's me.
Oh well. Yep, yep. Damn it, Lily.
I mean,
Oh,
RNG could hurt me. I've only got 2 deaths of Ulfgar to get poison into your whole team, but I kind of feel like that will be enough.
yeah. I
You
think
might
so
get
too.
lucky. Your gladiator might build some momentum, perhaps.
Maybe. Ah, does everyone get affected, or how does it work?
Yeah. So all 3 of your cards. That was the worst possible outcome. That first one for
Ah,
you,
of course. Yeah, yeah.
because
So,
you got the split. The RNG really hurt you there.
mm. Nice. Yeah, I like that. Ah, yeah, yeah. Always going for my healer. Yeah, sweet.
Oh, the miss though. There we go. Some bloodlust.
Last
That's it.
over.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a good battle. It was a really
If you'd have prioritised speed slightly more, I really feel like Thispa would have got you there in the end, there, Gio.
Yeah, yeah. Ah, well, that was good. Now me and Bob, I think.
All right.
Yes, Bob and
The,
I.
the, yes. Oh, you could have kept sharing.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I forgot about that because I'm the only one who can share between
I,
us.
I can share. You just have to
Ah, I
send
mean,
the challenge.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I forgot about the challenging part. Yeah, that's right. Um, yeah. No, I don't mind. I don't mind sharing. I'm more than happy to. It's been more fun since we've been sharing, you know?
Yeah, because you get some ideas and see how
Yeah.
people think.
And before it was just like, we're just people just like probably, waiting on us. They're not seeing anything. There's no like stimuli. There's
Yeah.
like just nothing. Like nothing at all. It's time to This is how legend. Oh, 99 mana. You see that shit?
Yeah, I do.
Insane. What? Damn, what does one even go with? I mean, just 99 mana. Like, what do we do? What's what's more destructive? Probably that. Probably that. Yes. You know what? No time for this guy. Just big hitters. Yeah.
All right.
Hmm. How much longer? Okay, a minute.
Yeah, just over.
Okay. Ah.
I'm impressed that you got up to 72 mana out of 99 just then.
I don't know if you see what I'm doing, but I'm
Yeah.
just going with the most ridiculous heavy hitters and see how we go with that.
Yeah, I did exactly the same thing.
Yep. Okay. Um, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I
And I just went for the plus speed. I didn't use the summoner for the gladiator, just that +1 speed. Because that's going to make my oh, actually it's not going to matter.
yeah.
Okay, that was bad on my part. Speed makes no difference apart
Yeah.
from your melee. But
I think
don't know.
Geo's. I think I'm going to go with Geo here. I think that Dark Haon is going to be a little bit harder to. Yeah, I don't know. Like with all the taunt pulling everything that way, I feel like your suit could maybe build some momentum with some bloodlust. Yeah,
If it's
I'm
strong
thinking
enough.
it's Geo. Yeah.
all right.
Let's just. I
Yeah.
don't know, man. Let's just go. Let's do it.
I'm just
I
hoping
like the
that I can do
direction.
some damage while everyone's having a go at
Like
Longtail.
I think it's
Yeah.
anyone's game. I
I
think
like your
anyone could
weapons
take
training and weapons training on Riftwing is a really good idea, Bob. I do like that a
Yeah.
lot. And there's the bloodlust.
I think that's just perfect timing, isn't it? Your Chaos Dragon's getting very lucky hits as well, Bob.
The scatters,
Like
yeah.
very, very nice hits.
Almost
to be honest.
opportunist.
Yeah.
Oh no, look how quick my Riftwing went down. He was supposed to be a buffer zone. But yeah, then again, I wasn't thinking magic when I was selecting
shit.
speed.
And that's fed to Suit's bloodlust, so he's got more and more. Like he's really becoming
Suit's
a problem.
He's going off.
picking up
He's going off, yeah. Look,
I
and
like him
again,
a lot.
yeah.
You know, I still don't even have him at level 4.
Yeah, no, I was
So
just about to say you
yeah.
didn't even. That's the one you didn't max, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not paying for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, rather than rushing a last game, who's got something they'd like to talk about?
I think I've covered everything I wanted to say. Happy birthday to everybody having birthdays.
And Merry Christmas.
If you're having a birthday this week, from us to you, happy birthday.
Wait.
Yeah, no, all good.
Oh, sorry, Gio. I thought I was trying to stop you, turn off your screen sharing, and I've actually turned off your camera, or not turned off your camera, but oh no, how do I put you back in? Oh no.
I don't know, man. But yeah, look.
Okay, have you got a request to turn your video on?
I'm back.
Yeah, cool.
Hello. Yeah, I was wondering what happened. I thought it was a technical error. I was like,
Yeah.
damn you, Bray.
You want to stop sharing the
Like-
screen then?
So next week,
Would be. Hold on. It's very weird. Yeah, 2 seconds. Wait. Stop share. That's right.
Right.
So next week is close range. So ranged can fire from the first position. Heads up, if it's 14 mana, I'm going to do Llama Spirit of the Forest because I just love that vibe. If you want to come on the show, you're going to come on and be a guest. Don't be shy. Speak up on YouTube. Speak up on Hive, on the Hive post, and just say, "Hey, I want in. Bring me on. I want in, coach." So don't be shy on Discord, as particularly if you want to have a crack at close range. You think that's going to be a rule set that you'd like to take us on in and embarrass us publicly, by all means do so.
Alrighty. So yeah, hit Matt up in Discord or comment in the link below. All comments get replied to, and we'll see you next week. That was 172. I'm Bob Fett.
Are you then, boys?
Peace out.
Bye.